What is up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Collection Commentary. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this Todd Begg Bodega 2.0. This is my first foray into a full titanium bodega, and I was really excited to get this knife because, as you guys have seen, I've gotten my hands on two field grades, two mini bodegas. Actually got another mini bodega here, and I'm just really big fan of these knives, and so I've been after a full tie one for a while, and this one popped up at a super good price, and so I jumped on it. Now, the first thing to note is that this is a 2.0, so unlike the 1.0 design that the field grades are based off of, this knife is rather thin in comparison. Now, I don't have any field grades nearby to show you the comparison. But take my word for it, it's thinner. And that makes it a little bit easier to carry, a little bit easier to manage in the pocket for people who felt that the original bodega was maybe a little bit too big, a little bit too thick. So that's completely reasonable. I will go ahead and give you guys a PM2 lineup, just so you have it. And as you can see, the bodega is a good, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch longer than the PM2. A little bit thicker in the 2.0 version than the PM2, unlike the normal bodega, which is a lot thicker. And there's a few things that I want to go over with on this knife, and I apologize if you can hear the sirens outside. But if you want to get my general idea of what I think about a bodega, the ergonomics, the design, then you can go ahead and check out my original field grade bodega video, which I will link to in the description down below, and also link to in the end card. I don't like to spend too much time wasting people's time repeating myself. So if you want to get my thoughts on bodegas in general, go check out that video. It's a bit longer. It's a little bit more thorough. What I want to talk about here is what makes this particular knife special in comparison. So first things first, it is a full titanium construction. You can see here on this variant we have a blue tumbled finish, which looks really good. The lighting in my room is not showing off this finish the best, but it's really neat. And then you have the scalloped pattern through here. And of course, this diamond pattern pivot collar. Super reflective, super shiny. Really cool. You have the checkered pattern through the backspacer, as is fairly standard on bodegas, even though there are some other variants. Then on this side, of course, you have the cracked ice clip with the ceramic ball, because we are on ceramic IBS with this one. IKBS, rather. This knife has irritable bowel syndrome. And then you have a black tumbled finish on the lock bar portion, separate lock bar portion of the knife. On the blade here, you can see we do have a black wash finish on a compound grind on the flats. So you have the hollow grind here, flat grind here, flat swedge here, and then you have a satin finish on the flats. Looking pretty good. Almost cut myself there. So yeah, the knife has a fantastic action, as does all the bodegas that I've tried. So you can see deployment's pretty solid. Could use a bit of a stronger detent, as I feel is true on most bodegas, but as long as you get your finger on there, you're going to get pretty solid deployment. And the thing wants to completely scream closed. You really got to get your finger out of the way, because this thing, it's coming for you. It drops hard and fast on that smooth ceramic IKBS. Honestly, it drops so well that sometimes it bounces back out of the detent. That's how free fall the blade really is. Now, I really love that. Obviously, as you guys have seen, free fall actions are what I look for in a knife, and so this one definitely passes the test. Now, I gotta say, the 2.0 sizing Not my favorite, just because I like the whole pocket sword thing, and I really like the thick bodegas. And so I don't think I'm going to hang on to this one. But that said, the 2.0 construction, I think, is actually the perfect alternative for a lot of knife users, because a lot of people feel that these knives are a little bit too big, and even though you still get the full length out of the knife, which might be too big for some people, it particularly does better in the pocket, right? This is not going to take up nearly as much space in the pocket, and you're also able to get more of your hand around more solid grip. So you can see here, my two middle fingers here are connecting with my palm. I have fairly small hands. Whereas on the standard bodegas, I wasn't quite able to wrap around as well. And so that's something to consider. Whether or not you want the 1.0 construction or the 2.0 construction is really dependent on how you feel about both ergonomics and carryability. And this one's definitely going to be easier for the standard kind of EDC market. And so that's perfectly fair. They did carry the black wash all the way around the tips and spine of the blade, all the way around through the flipper tab. I'm not a huge fan of the black wash. That's just a personal thing. So another reason that I probably won't hang on to this one. And then this particular knife is missing the cracked ice interior finish. It's just a black tumbled. I'm probably not even going to be able to show you. I should have a flashlight sometime soon. I'm still working on finding the right one for me. So if you have any recommendations for a flashlight, particularly I'm thinking a titanium construction, you can definitely leave that down below. But yeah, it just has that tumbled black finish on the inside of the back bar, which is kind of a bummer. And that's pretty much it on this one, guys. I really, I have these other bodega videos that you can watch if you want to see my thoughts on bodegas in general. I really just wanted to share this particular knife with you guys while I had it. I really love it. I think the blue tumbled finish is fantastic. It didn't really come out on video so well here, but it has this really interesting shininess, kind of looks like a galaxy feel, and so I really, really like that. I also really like the diamond pivot collar on this one. I'm a big fan of the whole diamond milled pattern in general. If I ever get my hands on a Grimsmo, particularly a Rask, that is the pattern that I plan to go with on the entire frame of the knife, and so I really like that. That was one of the reasons that I jumped at the knife in the first place. And again, just along with all the other bodegas that I've handled, I have to recommend it, guys. They're absolutely incredible knives. They might not quite be they might not be worth quite what is asked for at retail. You are paying for Todd Begg's name for sure. I'm not going to lie there. There is more quality to be had in something like a Thorburn for less money. So, if the design and the name don't totally do it for you, then it might not be the right choice. But if you've always felt a yearning for a bodega, and you think you're going to be excited by it, then I have to recommend that you get one, because I think they're fantastic knives, and I've loved every single one that I've had. I've had the 2 field grades, the 2 minis, and this one as well. This will not be my last. I think right now I'm on the path to trying to find a full dress glimpse. I really want to try like a different Begg model, but that's what I'm after right now. So you can definitely expect to see more Todd Begg on my channel. If you guys would like to see those future videos or any of these other awesome knives in a video, please remember to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at tovarishworks. If you would like to send me in a knife for lovely loners like this awesome Ferrum Forge Gavco collab Mako, you can do so by emailing me at tovarishworks@gmail.com. If you like this video, please hit that like button. It definitely helps to know which videos you guys appreciate versus which ones you don't. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.